Daniel Turner is the founder and executive director of Power the Future. He's joining us this afternoon. Daniel, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So we are watching a bit of a roller coaster ride with gas prices just recently. They've risen slightly just after those attacks in Iran overnight. The peace deal still, of course, being discussed. Markets, though, they hit an all-time high a short time ago this afternoon. So your thoughts? Do you expect prices at the pump to be affected really, overnight by this movement?
Oil markets are still a little skittish, and they have come down quite a bit. I think we're at $93 a barrel now, which is better. But when you compare that to the $60, $65 a barrel price, which was the average of the first year of the Trump administration, we have a ways to go. The good news is that we don't really have a supply problem. And so markets can reverse pretty quickly. But they will not do so until they have that confidence that the region is settled. And the president's remarks assuaged some concerns, but it hasn't reversed them totally. So
Sure.
I'm hoping that they get that confidence to see prices drop to the 60s and 70s where they will go organically, but we're just not there yet.
Yeah, forecasters are saying maybe July, maybe later, throughout the end of summer. Gas prices at the pump right now, nationwide hovering, this is average, $4.56 a gallon. Listen, this is a pocketbook issue right now for Americans. It is shifting people's budgets. It's been suggested, Christina just mentioned a moment ago that when the Strait opens, you mentioned it again, we don't have a supply problem here. So when the Strait opens, prices are going to fall. But prices tend to shoot up like a rocket, come down like a feather. Help us plan our budgets if you can.
Yeah, and oil prices will change more quickly than gas prices. And that's just because it's a lag indicator. You figure every gas station is buying oil into the futures, and they have to pay off their debt before they can start lowering prices. And so it will take another couple of weeks before gas prices stabilize. I think my message to the American people, which is one the administration has been making and maybe needs to make harder, is that, yes, we are paying a price right now for this, and it is a short-term price, but we've been paying a long-term price for Iranian terrorism. Every time you go to the airport and you're taking off your shoes and emptying your pockets, all of that is the price of Iranian terror. Every time you go to a baseball stadium and you go through a metal detector, we've become so accustomed to this fear of a terrorist attack. And all that is funded by Iran and has been for 47 years. And so I think the message to the American people is, yeah, this is not great. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to pay more. I have a farm. I'm paying diesel prices. It's expensive. But we've been paying a really high price for Iranian terror. And we can end that once and for all right now. So stand by the president and don't give up hope.
Meanwhile, the mixed messaging, the sticker shock at the gas pump for the average American, again, pointing out that crude, Brent crude down, I think you said 93 a barrel as we came to air. But the markets, wow, were they fun to watch this afternoon, I would imagine, especially for somebody like you.
And that's what's so interesting about what's happening is that the markets overall, the economy overall has really absorbed what's happening in Iran. We are seeing prices obviously increase. It's affecting food prices because of fertilizer, because of just the overall increased costs of farming. But the jobs number hasn't affected. The Wall Street clearly hasn't affected. It shows the resiliency of the American economy. I think the president is very well aware that once there is calm in the region, oil prices will drop precipitously. We're not there yet. He's not going to hasten it for a political win. I think that says a lot about who he is and the vision he has for this region of the world and for world peace overall. But prices will drop, and they'll drop quickly. Just look at what happened when he was first inaugurated. By the time he gave his first address to Congress, he was already spiking the football on oil prices because that's how quickly markets responded. They'll do so again. We're not there yet, but hopefully that day is very soon. So
are the markets right now betting? Is that what you're thinking, that they were betting on President Trump being able to keep this conflict under control and get to a deal? Is that what we were seeing happen today?
The idea that these other nations involved gives the markets a lot of comfort as well, right? It's not just the American economy that's hurting. It is the worldwide economy. And if you're one of these other petrostates, Dubai, UAE, the Kuwaitis, et cetera, the Saudis, you are struggling economically, right? They're not able to sell their product, and that's having some huge impact on their economy. They're the ones who have a bigger vested interest in resolving this geopolitical crisis. And so seeing them at the table and have a larger role, I think gives markets a sense of comfort that we're headed in a good direction.
Daniel Turner, great analysis. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.